So you know what's funny? It's funny the little things you remember from your childhood. You know, like, I can barely remember what happened 5 days ago, but I can remember very distinct memories, random memories just from my childhood, from like being as early as the age back as like 3 or 4. One particular instance that I'm going to mention, because it's kind of significant here, is when I lost my faith in Santa Claus. Because it kind of ties into Jesus Christ, and I'll tell you why. I remember I was probably 6 or 7, and I was staying at my father's house. My father and my mom split up, but my father would come get me like every other weekend and shit. I was staying at my father's house for Christmas, and I remember waking me up, you know, at midnight on, you know, Christmas morning, and he was like, "Come on, we gotta go to church." I'm like, "I don't want to go to church. It's midnight. I'm sleeping." He's like, "Come on, let's go. Get dressed." You know, and it's midnight, you know, and no one wants to wake up at midnight, especially to go to church, right? And I told him, I was like, you know, I need to stay here to wait for Santa Claus. I can't go to church. You know, we'll miss Santa Claus. And my dad never lied to me. He was a really straightforward shooter, and he's like, "You know what, son? You're old enough now to know there is no Santa Claus." I was like, "What? Get out of here. No Santa Claus." He's like, "Really? It's just me and your mom. You know, you're old enough now. You need to know the truth. There is no Santa Claus. So get dressed. We're going to church." And I was like, it really fucked with me, because one, the day that I was told that there was no Santa Claus was also the day that I was told about Jesus Christ, and I had to go to church. And church is a creepy fucking experience. I never liked church. People sit around and sing and hold hands, and they pass around money baskets, and they take communion, and, you know, I have no idea what the fucking preacher's talking about. It's creepy. You gotta hold hands with like old men sitting next to you that you don't know. It's creepy. It always creeped me out. So my indoctrination into Catholicism or Christianity was my father telling me, "Get up, there is no Santa Claus, let's go to church." So I was always a little bitter towards religion at that point, because I lost my faith in Santa Claus, and it was forcefully replaced with Jesus Christ. So that kind of put a splinter in my side towards religion and Christianity in general. But yeah, so people, if you want your kids to believe in Christ, do not tell them about Christ on the day you tell them there is no Santa Claus, because it fucked with me big time. I always held a grudge against Jesus Christ and Christianity for killing Santa Claus, which they did.